In this lesson, we're going to write some function rules. We're given a table of values here. When x is 1, f of x is 5. When x is 2, f of x is 6, and so on. And we're asked to write a function rule for the table. The key here is we have to try to figure out how we start with x and end with f of x every time. So if I had 3, I could just add 4 to get 7. If I had 4, I could add 4 to get 8. Hey, it looks like I just add 4 every time. So we're going to say that f of x equals x plus 4, and that would be our function rule. So here's our rule. F of x equals x plus 4. Let's look at another table. I have 1, I end with 1. I have 3, I end with 9. I had 6, I end with 36. These are all perfect squares. It looks like I take the x value and square it and get the y value. So we would say y equals x squared. So these are the steps that you might think through in your head and finally end up with y equals x squared for your function rule. Again, you can pause these lessons, you can rewind, you can watch them over and over. Just you pace this lesson how you need to for you. Try these. Go ahead and pause the video right here, see if you can get any of these function rules figured out, and then press play when you're ready to check your answer with ours. All right, this first one, it's a little tricky. It looks like we just always drop 2, right? So I would say x minus 2. F of x equals x minus 2. This one, let's see, we add 1, and we add 2, we add 3. It looks like we double it every time, so 4 times 2, 3 times 2. So y equals 2 times x, or y equals 2x. And on this last one, what are we doing? Add 2, add 2, add 2, add 2. It just looks like y equals x plus 2. We just add 2 every time. So it's just kind of a puzzle that you need to try to solve. How do you start with the x values and end with the y or f of x values? What do you do to that x value every time to get that y column? Here's a couple more for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video and give these a try. Let's see, on this first one it looks like they just added 6 every time. So I would say f of x equals x plus 6. And on the next one, let's see, if I add 1, that doesn't work. If I double it, that doesn't work. How about if I square it on 1? 2 squared is 4 plus 1 is 5. 4 squared is 16 plus 1 is 17. It looks like x squared plus 1, y equals x squared plus 1. That was a tricky one. Here's a few more for you to try. Go ahead and pause the video and try these. On the first one, x minus 4 works. It's just down 4 every time. Sometimes it's nice when they give you 0 because you can see what they're adding or subtracting. They're subtracting 4 to get from 0 down. So you can just see if subtracting 4 works everywhere. How about that second one? That's just 4 times x. If we take negative 2 times 4, we get negative 8. If we take negative 4 times 4, we get negative 16. And it looks like there's a subtraction of 4 involved here. But that doesn't get me from 1 to negative 5. So there's more going on than that. Do you see it? Maybe it's the opposite of this minus 4. The opposite of 1 is negative 1 minus 4 is negative 5. The opposite of 2 is negative 2 minus 4 is negative 6. So y equals negative x minus 4. Another tricky one there on the end. Here's a few more for you to try. On A, you should have gotten y equals, or f of x equals negative 3x. On B, you should have got f of x equals x minus a half. And on C, you should have gotten y equals x squared again. A couple more. On this one, again, they gave us a 0, so and we ended 0, so there's nothing add or subtracted. Because you go from 0 to 0, you can't add or subtract. So this is all multiplication or squaring or some other thing. So 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 5 is 10, negative 1 times, that works. So that's y equals 5x. On this one, we went from 0 to negative 3, so there's going to be a minus 3 somewhere. So if I go 2 minus 3, do I get negative 1, negative 1? Yeah, so that's just f of x equals x minus 3. So again, when they give you the 0 and the x's and what happens, that tells you what they're adding or subtracting. That's always nice to have that value. If they don't give you that, it's more difficult. That's our learning target for today. I'll see you in class.